Okay, so welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you watching. Yesterday I posted a video about the GoPro Hero 11 overheating at 4K 30 frames per second. Now, admittedly, it did record for approximately about 57 minutes before it overheated, and, you know, that's perfectly fine in my opinion, but, you know, there are people who wondered then, well, what's it going to be overheating like 2.7K 60 frames per second? So I'm going to repeat the exact same test, except I'm going to change that frame rate and resolution to see what happens. So this is DemonView. Hope you enjoy the video. So, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you tuning in, and I really hope that you find today's video interesting, because today we're going to be running the GoPro Hero 11 in 2.7K at 60 frames per second to find out if it will overheat or when it will overheat. Now, this is at the request of some people yesterday who wanted to know this answer to this question. So, if you find this video helpful and if it answers your burning questions, pun intended, please click those like and subscribe buttons, as it really does help with channel views. I appreciate it. I'll wait while you do that. If I'm waiting too long, it's because you haven't clicked the like and subscribe buttons yet. That's on you. Okay, now I'm bored. On with the video. Okay, here we go. So as like with yesterday, I'm going to start the camera remotely with the Quick app and going to set it all up to do the things we need it to do. So while I set that up, we're going to do it the exact same way I did it yesterday. It's going to be an extended battery mode. It's going to be at 2.7K, 60 frames per second. That's the only change. I'm also going to have Hypersmooth and GPS disabled because the camera's sitting on a tripod in the photo booth. It's not going anywhere, so therefore it doesn't need Hypersmooth turned on. It doesn't need GPS. I'm pretty sure I know where I am, just not when I am or what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. But I know where I am. That's the main thing. Okay, so let's see what's happening. Okay, so the camera's all set up and ready to go, and just like yesterday, I've got the LEDs turned on. I don't have live preview enabled on this or anything. I'm just controlling this camera with the app via Bluetooth, so that should not play a part in it. So I'm ready to start this camera recording, and hopefully you're ready to see the results. And just like yesterday, I'm gonna, you know, obviously speed it up after I put the clock on and everything. So the time now is early, and we're just going to see how this works out. So 2.7K, 60 frames per second, and this is in wide, by the way. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm back. I've just completed the test with the overheating at 2.7K, 60 frames per second. Did it overheat? Yeah, it did. It overheated. And it overheated in 53 minutes approximately. And it had 36% battery remaining. So that's kind of on par with yesterday. I mean, yesterday at 4K, it overheated in 57 minutes with 34% battery remaining. So, you know, that's pretty good for me. I mean, I would never record for that long at that resolution, that frame rates on a tripod indoors. And even if I had the camera mounted outside, you know, if it was on a car or an airplane or something like that, it's going to be getting active airflow over it. It's going to run much cooler. And even then, I still wouldn't record for that amount of time all in one go, because that would just be an editing nightmare. What I tend to do is when I'm using these cameras in flight is that I will start and stop the camera. I'll get like the takeoffs, I'll get the landing, maybe a bit of taxiway. And, you know, otherwise then it's, you know, if there's something scenic happening in flight, or, you know, flying over some clouds, looks nice and whatever, then I'll start up the cameras, start them recording again, stop them recording. Because the whole thing about editing is I want it to be as short a process as possible, therefore dealing with smaller clips. Anyway, so does a GoPro Hero 11 overheat? Yeah, it does if you leave it running high resolutions, high frame rates, whatever, for an extended period of time. Is it going to be like an absolute disaster? No. In fact, I still think that GoPro should actually release a firmware update with a mounted tripod mode, because yeah, it worked really, really well with the Hero 10. I think it would work well with the Hero 11. So GoPro, if you're paying attention, see if you can do it. I mean, you should be able to. But yeah, they've, like I said, they redesigned like the thermal heat dissipation, and they did something with the heat sink according to GoPro. So yeah, I'm perfectly happy with that. It's going to suit my purposes just fine. If you're doing like an arts and crafts channel, or if you're doing like a car mechanic thing, or even a cookery show or something like that, and you need to record for over an hour, I'm pretty sure it will do it if you remove the internal battery and use an external power supply, and that'll be the next test that I do. So if you liked this video, if you found it helpful at all, please click those like and subscribe buttons. It really does help with channel views, and I want to get this information out to people and do it in an honest and fair manner, and you, yes you, can help with that by just clicking those like and subscribe buttons. So until next time, I will see you later. Cheerio. And I totally forgot to unmute the microphone during the first take, so I had to redo this whole thing again. Yeah, that's on me. But at least I remembered to leave the mouse button over the stop record button. Hey.